Hey everyone, it's Dena Patrice, and I love good people, great energy, and all stories and situations of making big shifts in your life and business and overcoming them. So, if you have been thinking about considering in the midst of all the pivots and changes that have been going on, how you're going to finish the year strong, then you're going to love my special guest, Natolie Warren. So, Natalie, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Dina, for having me. I'm excited.
And we're excited to have you. So, you and I had a conversation earlier this year, and you started out with some really big plans. And of course, we've all had to make shifts. And one of the things that you and I were talking about was the journey in those shifts. And can you just tell us a little bit about, what has transpired since then? Because I think there's so much that we all can gain from your experience.
Yes, Dina, you're right. We all had to make some pivots, and I made one of those in my business. In March, I had planned for a conference, and it was a 2-day summit, up level summit. And obviously, 2 weeks before, I had to cancel that event, which was extremely difficult, but it was something we needed to do. And in that process of really seeing how I could better support entrepreneurs to really up level in their business and grow, I had to do some shifts in regards to even the conference and how to make that happen. And I will tell you, I was not the first one that was excited about that. I was like, no, because I thought that the vision would be so different that I had to just completely let it go. But I realized I didn't. And I pivoted in doing some of those shifts.
And so that's kind of the piece, like realizing what your intention was and then kind of settling into something else. And so, share with us a little bit about that. Just oh my goodness, the experience of that.
So after I stopped kicking and screaming,
Yes.
that's the first thing I did. I'll be honest. I realized I had to make it first be a virtual event, and I just love the interactions. There's something that happens in a room when people get together, and the idea of it being virtual just wasn't sitting well. But I adjusted to say, okay, if it has to pivot and it may look different, as long as the outcome was going to be the same, that I would be okay with that. And so a virtual event is what I ended up saying we'll go towards. And I even pivoted in how we were going to work through that, because what I realized is a lot of times we go to events and we're getting information, but we're not implementing it. And sometimes we get back home from the event and then we still aren't implementing it. And so I pivoted in saying, how about I create an event that just doesn't give information, it also gives them the space to implement it.
I love that. I love that. And so what you're speaking to here is, and this is what happens for all of us when we, pay attention to what's going on, is that in that shift, there was an expansion of a greater service. So even though, yeah, you were kicking and screaming like many of us having to make so many shifts, that in that you were able to recognize a deeper level of service. And so, will you just tell us about some of what you noticed that you've incorporated as it comes to implementation and being a business owner or entrepreneur, or just someone who's now interested in bringing their gifts in the world?
Yes, what I realized, and this was from personal experience as well as just hearing the feedback from so many others, is that so oftentimes we're ready to just create something new in our business. I work a lot with just creative entrepreneurs, but they oftentimes don't have the how-tos. And the how-tos, as we know, are the strategies that really make those ideas come to fruition and make them profitable, because that's another issue and a challenge. And so this event really is about the how-tos. Like, how do I find my unique niche? Like that audience that really resonates with me, and I have something that I could offer them in service. How do I find them? And then how do I position myself to be seen by them? Because that's a whole nother ball game, right? You've got to be found by those individuals and be positioned that you will attract them. And how do I create a lead magnet that they cannot ignore, right? Because how many times in business we create something and then we feel like people are ignoring it. They're not seeing it. They're not paying attention. They're not taking action. And then we move into how do I create an irresistible offer? Like the one that that ideal client will be saying, listen, this is a no-brainer. Like, I've got to take advantage of this. And then that last one, that how to, is really about how do I create a profitable plan, that not just me just putting it out there that I have this, but how can I create a plan that will really get me to that end goal, which is just about, it's not about impact only, it is about income. And so that's what this event is, the how to's. And then we're going to implement them in the room. You're going to implement them.
Oh my goodness, you have really gone way beyond in doing this, Natalie. It's actually one of the reasons why I also love business development is because of the end to end. It's just not that one piece, because we know, we've been doing this for a while, that you get one piece, you need the other piece. And then you have to go somewhere else and go all these different places just so you can do what you love and, make the difference that we're here to make. So not only that, and implementing it while you're in the room is absolutely brilliant, Natalie. Absolutely brilliant. And so tell us a little bit more about it. When is it? How can we participate?
Yes, listen, I would love for you all to participate because, like we're talking about, this is the stuff we all need. It's like cooking. When I think about it, Dina, it's like cooking a meal and you leave out the eggs or you leave out the flour. Like we said, oh, it's no major thing. I can go without it. No, that ingredient, that recipe needed it. But Up Level Intensive is what we're talking about. Up Level Intensive will be happening on Friday, October the 2nd and Saturday, October the 3rd. And so this event will come with bringing us together. It also includes networking, which is an important part of business. If you are not networking, networking for me is about giving. And it is really about being intentional with listening to see how we can serve each other, not just about us getting what we need. So it incorporates some networking as well. But you can get more information about Uplevel Intensive at uplevelintensive.com.
Yes, yes. And so everyone go to uplevelintensive.com. Also, I want to just highlight one more thing, Natalie, that you mentioned around the networking, because that's how you and I connected. It's amazing what comes out of connections. And so the fact that you're incorporating that piece in an environment where it's going to be virtual. So
Yes.
you don't have to leave your home for this. This is what I love, and still be able to get connections and learn and get what you need to get in order to grow and thrive in your business. And so, Natalie, any last minute thoughts, comments that you want to share with us?
Yes, no, I'm glad that you brought it out that that's how we connected. And we did not say, but I'm also delighted that Dena will be on the stage helping us to really up level in creating those offers. Like that is an important piece on how you can really move forward in your business. And so that would be what I would add, Dena, that I'm just delighted that you're going to be there and you don't want to miss it. Like get your ticket and join us. I've made it really affordable too, that in a weekend you can get your offer, find it, create it, launch it, and sell it for only $147. Like the investment in that you can get back on just selling one of your products or services. So just wanted to say that as well, that this is an opportunity you don't want to miss.
Yes, it is an opportunity where you want to be there. And thank you for remembering that, Natalie. Oh my goodness. Yes. And so if you join as my special guest and get signed up, send me a response to let me know, because I'm going to have something special for you as a result of joining. So, okay, we're going to sign off for now. Listen, you can get in touch with me. Natalie, how can anyone get in touch with you as well? Is
Yeah,
it
so nataliewarren.com. I'm on all social media platforms as Natalie Warren.
all right? And again, I'm Dena Patrice. Thank you all. And again, I look forward to, seeing some of you, if not all of you, join the summit. Bye-bye for now.